WWE might be doing something really sneaky when it comes to the Randy Orton versus Gunther main event match at Bash in Berlin. Let's get into it. What's going on, guys? It's your buddy, it's your pal, it's Andrew here from What's Good in Wrestling, back again with another video. Today's going to be a really fun one because you guys might completely agree with me or completely disagree. But if you are new here, make sure to like this video and subscribe. Join the roster. I'd love to have you guys here. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers at the time that I'm recording this. I'm at like 858, I think it is. So please help me get there. But today we're talking about a different pay-per-view. And like I said, the main event is going to be Gunther versus Randy Orton for the World Heavyweight Championship. And I think I might have the reach of the century. And why I'm saying that is because I haven't heard this theory out there, so I do apologize if somebody else has spoken about this, but I was listening to the Busted Open podcast with Dave LaGreca, Bully Ray. They have a bunch of great people there, but I was specifically listening to Dave and Bully talk about Randy Orton and showing up on Monday Night Raw, and they were kind of disagreeing a little bit on why Randy Orton showed up. And to me, it did make sense, but at the same time, I could see both sides. Dave was saying it made a lot of sense. They explained it already. And then Bully was like, no, like we need more clarification. Why is there a draft if people are showing up? Well, as you guys know, Randy Orton's shoulders were not pinned when he faced Gunther for the King of the Ring crown. And Randy Orton says, look, you shouldn't have even been the King of the Ring because I didn't lose that match. So I wanted to have a rematch. Triple H, Hunter, the game said that I'm going to get a rematch. Well, I'm cashing that in now, just like a Money in the Bank cash in. You know, Orton, you could have borrowed my briefcase, but it wasn't a cash in with the Money in the Bank. But listen, I do see where this could be a little bit confusing, and we'll get to where I'm going in a little bit because I think that WWE might be doing this match right away instead of waiting because they have bigger plans for Randy Orton. And it sounds crazy because this is going to be the main event. Gunther is going to get that almost hometown reaction, right? And that's what WWE's hoping for. But why have Randy Orton and him face off right now? And this is where my reach comes in a little bit here. So as we know, like I said, Gunther, they're expecting him to get a big reaction. Look, he's going back home, I guess in quotations. I'm not sure exactly to pinpoint a location of where Gunther's from, but that's more of his territory. That's his turf. So it's his hometown. He's going to get a huge reaction, but he's facing a guy in Randy Orton who's basically gotten a good reaction from nearly every crowd that he's been in front of. He's gotten lots of heel reactions, but as the years have gone on, much like John Cena, it's one of those things where it's like, you're going to miss me when I'm gone, and every fan in the building is singing Randy Orton's entrance theme, and he's one of the greatest of all time, and some could argue the greatest of all time. Much like the guy that I'm wearing on my shirt right now, they're two of the best to ever lace up the boots. But what is the WWE going to be doing with Randy Orton after this? Here's where my reach comes in. And I could be saying reach, but I could be completely right. Where does WWE want to get with Randy Orton? They want him to eventually face Cody Rhodes, the WWE Undisputed Champion. I truly believe that that's the goal that WWE is trying to accomplish. They need to figure out if fans are going to react to Orton differently. If you turn Orton heel, are they going to react to him differently by booing him? Are they going to still cheer for him? Are they going to have a mixed crowd? I'm not so sure. So here's where it comes in, where this main event needs to happen, where Orton could potentially be the heel in this match. And even me saying this right now, it sounds ridiculous, but why pull the trigger on this right now? WWE has to know whether or not they can turn Randy Orton heel and have him face Cody Rhodes. Because if the goal WWE is trying to have is that Cody is fighting against his mentor and a guy that he loves so much and a guy that he has so much history with, a legacy with, no pun intended, they need to know if Orton can even get that heel reaction. Because the WWE wants Cody to be that clean-cut babyface that we haven't seen since a guy like John Cena, and now we're getting Roman Reigns back and he's getting an amazing reaction off of just one night. Salute to the OTC, the original tribal chief. But they're hoping that Cody will have the big enough fan base with the kids that will overpower any chance or cheers for Randy Orton. Because what they can't have is another situation of when Kofi Kingston was WWE champion, and I was in the building at SummerSlam 2019 when Randy Orton came out. He got a mega pop. He got a huge reaction, and the crowd wanted him to take the belt off of Kofi, and that was not what WWE was going for, because Kofi Kingston was the clean-cut babyface that got those massive reactions in Kofi Mania. That was not what they were looking for. They always want the clear-cut guy, the babyface, to get the big reactions and the cheers, because that's what works for them. They want a heel, they want a babyface, for the most part. Not always, but for the most part, I should say. And with Cody Rhodes making the money and the merchandise and all these things that he's been doing, WWE's got to be very careful. So I think that having this match with Randy Orton versus Gunther is to test the waters to see if Randy Orton can actually get a heel reaction from that crowd, or maybe even see a little bit if he can get that reaction from the crowd. And obviously it makes sense. They have to do the match eventually, but I think that they really are trying to go for Orton versus Cody. It seems like that's where they're going. So this is them testing the waters to see if fans will actually react to Orton in a negative light. And that way, when it comes to Cody, and he clearly is going to be the one to probably RKO Cody out of nowhere, they're going to get that big reaction. So we'll have to see, because it's going to be tough for fans to turn their back on Randy Orton this late into his career. So let me know if you guys think I'm reaching, or if this just doesn't make any sense. I just think they're going to test it out to see what's going on. If you are new here and you enjoyed this, or if you disagree with me, if you whatever, just sound off in the comments. Comment down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. That's what's good in wrestling. I'm Andrew. I'll see you guys in the next one.